Hello and welcome everybody to your favorite video that you will watch today. This is the One Meal channel. Today we are going to be counting macros like we did in yesterday's video. And if you want to enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed putting all of this together, then grab yourself your favorite beverage. I'm going to be having a cup of bone broth. And let us have a toast together in celebration of another daily upload on the One Meal channel. 1, 2, 3. That is incredibly good and very rich. And if you don't have a drink to enjoy this with, leave a like on this video. I hear that people that leave a like enjoy it just as much as the toast contributors. So, yesterday we counted our macros for the first time. Today we're going to start this in a more expedited fashion. Today we have a little bit over 9 ounces of chicken, about 6.5 ounces of potatoes, about 3 ounces of onions, 8 ounces of rice, 4 eggs, and a little over 5 ounces of bacon. I'm going to smush that all into a little ball, into a little app, and pop it up on the screen right here for you to look at. So I'm not going to go over all of my height and weight and metrics, but generally speaking, I need 2,000 calories a day to survive. I do not use the gym. I was an athlete in high school, and I've used the gym even just for about half of last year. But since starting the channel, I have not been going to the gym because I work 2 jobs and I cannot be consistent at the gym. So if you were a gym goer, or if I was a gym goer, rather, let's put it that way, I would be eating way more than this. But the food itself that we're cooking up today puts me right underneath what I need for my daily consumption. And so that cup of bone broth is going to help. And I usually have a protein shake as well. If you want to really get things off the ground, you can add a cup of yogurt to that, because that's good protein as well. And do whatever else you need in order to get to your calorie intake a day. So, let's see if this streamlined process actually leads to some expedited cook times. We'll put our cup of rice in there. Put about 1.5 cups of water in there. Looks good. Let's get started here. And move this all off to the side. So I'm going to use this in the editing process to put together my little list for you guys. If you have any additional questions, let me know in the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer you the best that I can. But generally speaking, this is what I have every single day. Earlier on in the channel's history, we added a little bit more variety to our food types. We added some trout, we added some elk, but as we are in the heart of winter, kind of pushing our ways to the tail end right now, we're finding ourselves just consistently eating this type of food every single day. Portions are a little, like I'm just cooking up 1 potato, and the potato happens to weigh this much. This is just half of an onion. The onion happens to weigh this much. You know, I pulled a handful of chicken out of my pile and cut it up into these little pieces. And then the bone broth, if you enjoy bone broth and want to figure out how to make it, it's not that hard. Just look at the video that we uploaded yesterday and you will see what we have right here. This is a nice, thick, dense, rich bone broth because I left a lot more meat on the carcass than what I usually do. I added some nice seasonings to this and a little bit of sauces as well. Plus, I'm drinking this bone broth before I've strained it out and put it into the fridge. So I'm getting all of that nice particulate that's in there as well. I think it's left over. For those of you who've been watching the channel for a while, you know that sometimes I cut the potatoes into little strips, and then I cook the chicken in bigger pieces. I am missing those potato strips, but every time I do that, I have to use multiple pans in order to cook, and there's just something satisfying by being able to put everything into one pan and cook it all up that way. Less clean time, less prep, Everything goes in the same area. I much prefer it that way. I'll tell you, I much prefer it that way. And this broth is so good, and it's such a good temperature. I think I'll finish it up right now. So I've made a personal goal to only have one meal a day. Every once in a while I will. I mean, it's after work around 5:30 right now. Every once in a while I will have just an instant ramen noodle if I get hungry in the middle of the day. Definitely the least healthy thing that I eat. You know, definitely don't Google how it's made ramen noodles. Don't watch that video. That will probably scar you for life. Somehow I have watched the video and I'm still okay with eating that type of stuff. But it does kind of drive home the point on how important it is to get everything that I need from a meal once a day. And so if I'm not hitting that 2,000 calorie threshold, like I said, adding the protein shake, maybe a little bit of yogurt to that, or just going with larger portions, and that usually means more rice, more chicken, or more potato, or an extra egg. I'm going to get all this bacon flipped. Is by far the longest part of the video. Get all of this fat rendered down and make way for our potatoes that are coming in next. We usually have a resident mascot, Daphne, out here. And I just want to say thank you to Lydia, one of our longtime commenters, probably our main cheerleader here on the channel, pointed out that Daphne looks a lot like a Royal Caribbean Terrier. And I looked into it a little bit deeper and showed it to Noah. Noah was actually agreed. We have had no idea what breed she is since we've had her. We just know that she was a rescue. And your comment, I think, has solved the mystery for us. So she definitely looks like a pot hound Caribbean Terrier, which is pretty awesome. So the power of the internet, making these videos, learn something new. Thank you for that. That was really cool. Seriously, if you haven't made your own chicken broth or bone broth at home, you're seriously missing out. Yeah, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So I like my bacon a little bendy. These smaller pieces look cooked to me, so let me grab them. Bigger pieces will move to the middle. Perfect. Potatoes, here we come. See if we can do this without spilling anything. Very nice. Look at us. Look at us. Close call there on the chicken, but we did it. Okay, let's move this over here. Perfect. Take our spatula. Very nice. Absolutely very nice. Let that cook down and soften up a little bit. Add our onions, add our chicken, add our eggs. Then add our rice and finish up. This gives us a great opportunity for bacon snack. Yeah, so making this meal every day, certainly unorthodox, but it's been an excellent way of helping me keep a schedule. You know, you wake up early, make your coffee, go to work, and for me, I work at home. And there's some benefits and some downsides. You know, the benefit is you work in a much more comfortable environment, but there are also more distractions. So at the end of your workday, around 5, come out here and you make your meal. I go to my computer and upload the video while eating. And then around 7 o'clock, no later than 7 o'clock, I'm ready to enjoy the rest of my day, and at that point, evening. On a day like today, I'm recording 2 videos because I recorded the chicken broth video earlier today as well. So if I do ever have a day where I'm unable to film or upload, I'll have a buffer so that I don't miss a daily upload schedule. And we have not. Every single day we have uploaded for over 60 days. So major accomplishment. And ladies, a man is so easy to care for. You make some bacon for him. You make some bone broth for him. Oh my goodness, you will keep his attention. I am lost in this bacon right now. Now I need to get through these final pieces so I can wash my hands and flip those potatoes. The rice is almost done. Oh! Hello, petites. Yeah, I can tell that these still need to be cooked a bit longer, but we'll keep them from sticking, and we will add our onion. I heard that the PlayStation Network was going to create something that allowed you to smell what you were experiencing in the game that you were playing. We could use that right now for this food that we are making, and very dangerous territory to add a shell to that. Let me fix that. Trash bag coming back out. I think we can save that other bowl. The other bowl doesn't need to get dirty, but this one can. Alright, now the potatoes look good, but the onions look like they need to go a little longer, so we'll add the chicken. All of this chicken is pre-cooked already, so I'm not worried about mixing raw chicken and vegetables in with one another, but this chicken could use a little bit more than just a warm-up, just to be have an abundance of caution. A good way to have pre-cooked chicken is to just buy those rotisserie chickens at the store. Most stores that I see have a little section where their unsold rotisserie chickens are, the rotisserie chickens from the previous day. If you don't need something hot to eat out of a bag as soon as you get home, you can grab those day-old rotisserie chickens, break them down and put them in the fridge right away. And those chickens you can get for a third of the price and use them in a meal just like this. So I'm a big fan. Let's see, I'm getting work emails after work. Yeah, a couple videos ago I put my macros up and went through them together with you on my phone, but I'm just a little concerned that I'll get a text message or just something that doesn't need to be there, pop up on the phone. So hopefully a little macro chart at the beginning of this video worked for you. One thing that you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for is the total weight of our food that we're going to be consuming. That is not something that I can just put up on a tag at the end of a video or in the beginning of the video. You have to wait till the end. You have to wait to the end to see how much our food weighs. Yep, this is looking good. This is looking good, my friends. All right, let's add our last step. A little bit of egg on top. let that cook through. Grab our mega bowl, put our micro bowl back since it is clean and nothing but eggshells in it. Not to mention the second bowl. For you new viewers, we'll learn what the second bowl is for very shortly. That egg is cooking up very well there at the bottom. So our final step in the process will commence here now. Beautiful, beautiful nonstick pan. No sticking whatsoever. Fluff it up. So we don't have any crunchy rice. Add it here to the top. Beautiful. Beautiful, my friends. Add a little bit of soy sauce. A tablespoon is only 10 calories, and it's basically just salt. So I won't even bother adding that to my macro sheet. And fold. And fold. Again, fold. Fold. Yep, and you can see that color changing from that white to the orange and the brown, and that's a combination of the soy sauce and the raw egg yolk mixing in with your rice. And this is how a Midwesterner in the United States cooks up an egg fried rice dish. No. We're not eating this meal with any sort of inspiration from any cultures. We're eating this meal specifically just so that we can get the food that we need every single day. I used to go without any carbs, ever. I did carnivore for about 6 months. So that's how I first started getting into making beef tallow and then beef stock. Because, if you're just eating meat, kind of have a hard time getting some variety in your diet. We went through a ton of steaks and then a bunch of ground beef and then a bunch of chicken. And ultimately it was just too expensive for me to justify. Not to mention that once I, lost the weight that I was looking to lose, because I was overweight at the time, it became more and more difficult to keep the weight, to stay at a weight that I was comfortable with. Because the carnivore diet is quite filling, but I wasn't getting a caloric intake that could sustain me. Unless of course I substituted for like a lot of butter and added some carbs. So the rice here is definitely sustaining me. I try to stay away from breads. And rice is a grain as well. So I do have an idea, a thought in the back of my mind saying, you should probably stay away from this rice as well. But without it, I don't think that I would be getting my daily calorie intake in one meal. So you've seen our macros. You've seen us assemble this amazing meal here. But you longtime viewers of the channel know that we're not even close to being done. Well, we are, but can't end the video without our end of video ritual. Today I feel like giving myself a nice little treat. So we're gonna top ourselves off with a tablespoon or two of sriracha. If you go to our channel page in our bio, you'll see that we have an Instagram and a Facebook. So I'll be taking photos here to add to both of those platforms. Let's switch this unit over to pounds and zero this out. And let's see exactly how much food we're going to be consuming today. And we are at 2.315 pounds. 2.31 or 2.32 pounds in order to round it out, and that is a good size. So I actually didn't look at my macros a single time in making this video. I simply documented the weights of each one of the foods, and I'm going to put that together afterwards while I'm eating this in the editing process. But I can tell from being at 2.3 pounds that I'm going to be slightly under my macros, or excuse me, my calories for today, but within a good range. So I'm not going to underdo it too much. Once we get to about 2.5, I think that's spot on, and anything above that, I think I'm over slightly. So we upload every single day at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I eat the same meal generally every single day, but from time to time I'll get recommendations from viewers about how I can change up my diet, and I do that. We do bone broth, we do cooking, and we do cleaning. We do all sorts of stuff. So if you like that type of content and this type of format, please consider subscribing or leaving a like on the video. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.